What up, everyone? Today I'm bringing you guys a general market update. So, stocks, crypto, where do I think the market's headed? Where do we currently stand? The outperforming stocks and the stocks that you want to be in currently, just because they're outperforming the general indices. So, let's just get right into it with the S&P 500 over here. As long as the S&P is over 5785 to 5800, I am bullish for a retest of new highs. So 6150 to 6200. I don't think we'll blast right through it. We'll probably stall here at 6100 and then we'll move up. But I am still bullish at the moment. A lot of people are still offside, and it's a pretty hated rally. Also, the measured move on this inverse head and shoulder is 5830. We broke out over here at 5700. So that's just to say that's 900 points. So 900 points from 5700 leads us to 6600 on the S&P 500. That's the measured move of this pattern over here. I am expecting 6300 to trade sometime this summer, even maybe 6400. I don't know if we make it to 6600, but I'll be positioned for that. We'll see what happens. So the S&P 500 looks amazing. We can look at the Qs over here. So the Nasdaq has been leading it higher and is near an all-time high. So we had a pretty ugly candle yesterday on both SPY and QQQ. We've been having these liquidation candles that usually get bought up. That was a 2024 thing. I don't know if there's a character change in 2025, but so far so good. There's no follow through and it's just an inside day. So I could show you guys a few examples from the past. Rug here, then bought back up. Rug here, then bought back up. Rug here, then bought back up. This happened many times on high volume, and then we just get bought back up. Rug here, bought back up. So yeah, this happens often in bull markets. It's just a washout, trigger people's stop losses, and we just continue grinding higher. So that's good to see. Now I'll be talking about Bitcoin, which has made a fresh all-time high. We broke 109 last night and having fall through now into price discovery with some volume. So this is very, very good to see for risk assets and just Bitcoin plays in general, altcoins, everything. You want to see Bitcoin leading as well as Bitcoin dominance leading. And then once we near these levels, you want to see Bitcoin kind of cool down and alts take the lead. So I'll show you guys the chart, the Ethereum chart. So the Ether chart is looking amazing, outperforming Bitcoin today, which is good to see. Broke out of this flag after consolidating from this big move, and we should be charging to 3600 in my opinion. Now ETH BTC chart, that one is still flagging and is looking amazing. It's not a fake out. Look at all this volume. Now we're flagging. We should be headed much higher from there. And once this breaks out, I think we get our actual alt season. So we'll see what happens there. Looks amazing if you're positioned into alts. If you're positioned into alts. Now we have this falling wedge, broke out, flagged, broke out, flag, and then attempting to break out again. So others looks amazing as well. Now the total 2, also breaking out a flag from a falling wedge over here. Total 3 is also looking amazing. So all crypto charts to me look amazing for follow through. This is not a fake out. This is not a liquidity grab from all-time high and then we are headed higher. We were headed down. It's not a double top. Everything is showing that we're going to be continuing higher. The VIX is chilling at 20. Reached as low as 17, got bought back up. Indices didn't really move much, so that's good to see. I like the VIX chilling at around 20. Filled this gap over here, so everything looks good on that end. As for the stocks that you want to be in currently, a lot of risk assets have been leading this rally. RK still flagging over here, and not much downside compared to the indices. Still just chilling over here in this flag. And yeah, I mean, RK, its leaders like Coinbase and Tesla have been going crazy the last couple weeks. So RK is one noteworthy stock if you want to play the general move in risk assets. Should be targeting 70 on that. Now, semis have been acting very, very well, flagging over here on Broadcom, and once this breaks out at 235, we should see new all-time highs. Same with Nvidia, flagging over here, earnings next week, so that could be a big mover. AMD character change, our first higher high over here, higher low, 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 or sorry, lower high. I'm glitching. Lower high everywhere over here, and then a higher high over here for the first time. So character change from AMD. This is also very good for risk assets. If you guys know, AMD plays this weird thing where when AMD moves well, I feel like the whole general market moves well. I don't know if I'm just the only person that noticed that, but yeah. Microsoft, since earnings, that big power gap and just been grinding higher. Also its first higher high and should be moving past all-time highs. Another one is Netflix. This one barely corrected with the market and then just blew past all-time highs, like way higher with great earnings. So that's looking great. IWM just chilling over here, kind of flagging-ish, filling some gaps, and I believe IWM this summer hits around 230, 240. So I'm very bullish on IWM. Tesla is just flagging over here, and a big move is brewing. I would be positioning into July calls, maybe 420 calls over here on this flag. And Tesla, once it moves quick. So you need to be positioned ahead. Tesla has been a big leader from this market. Did not make a lower low close on the day that the market bottomed. So relative strength there, over 200-day moving average, and Tesla looks amazing. So crypto plays as a whole. Coin is on the verge of a major breakout that could send it all the way to 430 minimum, and I do believe we could hit 500 as well. So Bitcoin new all-time high. So crypto stocks will be in play for the foreseeable future. I want to say till July. So Coinbase is one that you want to take advantage of. Another one that has been leading is obviously MSTR, still flagging over here. MSTR has been trading very good, leading Bitcoin, and now just chilling while Bitcoin gets the money. IBIT, the Bitcoin ETF, new all-time high and just exploding higher. A lot of call flow. I've been seeing literally 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120 calls all the way from June next month to June 2026. So millions of dollars flowing in calls there. Every single day I see a big block. So I have no doubt in my mind that Bitcoin sees 140 to 150K sometime this summer with the way things are looking. CLSK, another miner. The miners, just, these guys are so annoying to play, but you need to be positioned, and once they moon pretty hard. Mara as well, just ugly charts there, but I do believe they have upside. Another stock that I do have a position in, actually let me talk about Hood real quick. Hood just chilling here at previous 52-week high. We obviously have this all-time high, but we'll just talk about this one over here. So once this breaks out over 67, I do believe the next target's 82 to 84. So inside day here on Hood. Crypto plays have not been really on fire since the new Bitcoin all-time high, except for maybe Coin performing the best. Since its S&P inclusion, Coin has been on fire with an island bottom. This should lead it to, like I said, 430 to 500 easily. Another stock that's been on fire and broke previous all-time high, and also breaking a range of around 1 year over here, is Uber. You know, a lot of people are bearish on Uber because of Tesla FSD and Robotaxi, but Uber will probably partner with them or another company for autonomy. Uber's not going to get left behind, and its business might get, you know, eaten up a tiny bit in the market share, but I don't think Uber is cooked. So Uber has been outperforming a lot of stocks, and didn't correct much during the market correction. Just basically chilled over here, just consolidating in this. So all these stocks look pretty amazing. Roblox, another one of them, new all-time high, or no, 52-week high. So a lot of growth names, as you guys can see, are leading the charge in this next leg up. Snow, another one that power move off earnings now into this gap over here. So I'm seeing a lot of risk on movement. Carvana also almost at new all-time highs since 2021. So a lot of good things that I'm seeing in the market over here. One more thing that I wanted to cover is I do believe we should be a little bit cautious, not opening many positions over here. Although I do think that the market keeps grinding higher, I think it'd be smart for us to proceed with caution just for now. We were at extreme fear at 5 over here on April 7th. So, just a month and a half later, all the way at greed. And I would just want to see the market chill out, maybe chop a little people, get some single stock action, stock picker market, and then we continue higher. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. Also, another stock that I forgot about is HIMS. HIMS has been on a power move, and I do think it sees 80 relatively soon. Now, the market momentum is still in extreme fear, but that's the only indicator in extreme fear. Net new highs on the New York Stock Exchange are in greed territory, but pretty neutral. So I wouldn't take this. I would take this with a grain of salt. Stock price breadth has expanded. We've gotten that breadth thrust confirmation, I believe, at the end of April, which means that the market as a whole can be leading into a blow off top, and small caps will be doing pretty amazing in the next few months. So the market breadth, you want to see this at highs. That's amazing to see. Put and call ratio, obviously on the market bottom we were at 1 at the highs in puts, and then now we're back to like a more neutral stance of put to call options. So this is pretty normal over here. Market volatility with VIX, it's at neutral. Safe haven demand difference in 20-day stock and bond returns, extreme greed, and junk bonds, extreme greed. So these two I'm not too familiar with, but just want to just show you guys all of these. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I'm very bullish on this market for the summer. I think we'll have an amazing summer, and then Q3, at the end of Q3 and Q4, we'll take a step back and reevaluate everything. So you want to be invested into this market, in my opinion, into some of the leaders, which are the crypto stocks, growth stocks, Tesla, and a few mega caps, but not, I think Max 7 probably underperformed the rest. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. If you guys want to join a free Discord with like-minded individuals, there's hundreds of members trading in this Discord. It's completely for free. Link is in the description below. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.